what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, to a brand new renovation vlog. It's been a hot minute since we posted a renovation vlog. As most of you guys will know, I took a break for the August. I called it annual leave, and not only that, we had some huge news to return with last week for the 1st of September for the start of my autumn content. And yeah, the cat is out of the bag. We're having a baby. If you missed them videos, they're the last couple of videos that I posted, so go and have a watch because it's quite shocking, isn't it? And I just wanted to personally thank all of you guys for the love and support and the well wishes that we've been receiving over the last week with our special news. Like, I feel like I'm floating. Anyway, this is not a pregnancy related video. You'll all be pleased to know this is a renovation vlog. As you can see from the title, we've got so many updates in the house to go through with you. And hello, backdrop, new backdrop alert. Like, I don't think I've ever posted in this room on the vlogs, have I? I can't remember when the last update was. So before we go into what's changed in the time that I've been away, I'll have to probably watch back the last renovation vlog. I do this quite a lot just to see where you guys are up to, because things are always moving along so fast in this house, and I know we've got so many updates. In fact, I was keeping a list throughout the summer of all the things that were happening so that I could update you guys. So yeah, that's all to come in this video. But before we get into all of that, I would like to thank today's video sponsor, which is Vivaia. I have worked with Vivaia before. The shoes are so comfy, so chic, and best of all, they are made from eco-friendly materials. They're a brand that are just growing and growing in popularity. You'll have probably heard of them before. Selena Gomez and a few other celebrities are on board with this brand. The ethos of this brand is just something we all need to be getting on board with. So these are the new slip-on Ryan boots in chocolate brown. You can slip these boots on and off effortlessly with no hands, which is so handy when you're pregnant like me. Super stretchy, comfortable upper material. They're so comfy. These are the comfiest shoes you will ever own. And that's not even the best bit, you guys. These boots are made from water repellent upper material, so we can stay comfy, chic and dry. It's just genius. And the second pair of shoes I picked up are these ever popular Aria flats. These ballet flats are so elegant, so chic and so comfy. I picked up mine in the almond and black colourway. They have a super stretch upper material. They also have this shock absorbing yoga mat midsole, which you have to admit, this is like a genius design. We also have this blister-free heel padding, arch support, anti-slip sole design, and if that hasn't sold you, they're machine washable as well. And of course, I have a discount code for you guys. I will leave it on the screen for you now, as well as down below in the description box. Make sure you take advantage of that if you would like to treat your feet. And finally, I would just like to thank Vivaya and the team for sponsoring this part of the video, and also you guys as well who regularly click on my links and recommendations. I really do appreciate you all and the support. Time for some renovation updates, everybody. I'm going to start down here because there's so much changed in this part of the house. I've had to keep a list along the way throughout the summer just to show you guys so we don't miss anything, because I know you all love the renovation updates. So the last time I think you saw in here, the floors were just going down. We'd not even finished them. The floors are now all in. We went for this gorgeous oak colour, so we finished these off, and then I stopped filming to take a break, didn't I, for the summer. So we finished off the floors, and then the skirting boards went on. So we upcycled the old high skirting boards, and they just look so good. It's really made a difference, you know, with the not having the gaps under the walls that meet the floors, because when the skirting boards aren't on, there's a bit of a gap. Obviously we've got a cellar underneath the house. We also live on a hill, well, kind of in a valley at the top and in the woods and up near the moors, so it's quite cold up here anyway. And yeah, that's what made the house like so drafty. Yeah, the skirtings make such a bloody difference. Love those. They just look really good as well. Let me show you, like in the kitchen around the front door as well. As you can see, they've all gone on and around the corners, which looks really nice. You'll have to excuse me, I haven't vacuumed and I need to. Who remembers this jute runner? It's extra long, and I'm not too sure whether I'm going to keep it here or not, and I might change it. Let me give you a wide lens view. You can hardly see it actually on the camera. Like I said, it's super long. This is old. This came from the old house, and we had a gallery kitchen in the old house, and the space between the two sides was quite wide. So I got this extra long on purpose for that gallery kitchen in particular. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's too long for that space here, but I'm gonna leave it there because it'll do for now. And you know, we'll swap it out if I feel like we need to along the way. The other thing that's changed here in the kitchen is we've added in some of these. Now, because we're backlit, you can't really see them. So let me come round, and I'm gonna come round the other side. Can you see them up close? They're like a real natural linen curtain. They're sheer as well, as you can see. And you can pull them across in the evenings, and it just gives you some privacy, and also just makes everything look a little bit nicer, you know. So there's two curtains up here, they're extra long. I'll link them. They're from H&M. And like I said, you can just pull them across if you want some privacy in the evenings, or I just think it's lovely to have them there. I probably will get something to cinch them in just to make them look a little bit prettier. They drop absolutely to the floor. They just look lovely. I probably need to take them up actually, but I'll do that at some point because they're really long. But as you all know, the ceilings are so high in this house, so we've just been like leaving them like that for now. And it's just, again, a wonderful addition to the kitchen. Functional as well as beautiful, and just gives it that more of a homely look here in the kitchen. So yeah, moving on from the kitchen, we're gonna come down here. We've got radiators now in situ, which is really nice. Let me do a close-up for you guys. We went for the same radiators as we went for upstairs. These are the antique brass. They're almost like an antique bronze. They're absolutely stunning cast iron radiators. They're not too fat. They don't come out too much. They're quite nice and thin, but you've still got that traditional look. Even the taps, are they called? You know, controls and things like that. They're all like tonal. Can't think of the word, sorry guys. But yeah, just the fact that that radiator is on, it just makes it look so lovely, doesn't it? Underneath there. I'm gonna swap this painting this artwork out. I mean, it'll do for now, but I've got some ideas for decorating for autumn, and I've started to get a few things out, so we will do that slowly in the next Cosy vlogs for sure, so make sure you stick around for that. And then we have our kitchen diner lounge. It's just a really good multifunctional space, and especially now we're having a little baby. Like, you guys know I designed this space for a family and with a family in mind, so all open plan from the kitchen. We've brought the kitchen down into here. You've got this really beautiful you know, cabinetry which comes around the fridge, so it's just all aesthetic and functional. You got all the space in the middle to move. Across from that we have the dining table, and I've actually brought my chairs out, which need a good clean actually, but I love these chairs. We had we had the leather ones that we got gifted, and they were really good for the renovation, so we stored these in the garage. Anyway, I've brought them back out because I love the fabric boucle. I just think it's really homely. These chairs are absolutely amazing. And if anyone's asking where we've got them from, because I used to get a lot of questions about this table and chairs, we actually got the table and chairs, 4 of these chairs, from a charity shop. It was something like, you know, the furniture charity shops. Found it for 250 quid for all of them, for all of this. And yeah, what a bargain find. You know, we love to do that. But yeah, we've got our dining situation here, and we brought those Cosy chairs back out. Doesn't it look so homely? And then up against what we used to call the tradesman's entrance, the double French doors out of here, that goes onto our courtyard, which we're gonna do soon, no doubt. Ash is now thinking about the outside of the property. Now we're coming to an end on the inside, but I've got double rod up the top of here. We've gone for the Jennings curtains, which I just love. You guys know we've got them everywhere in the house. In fact, we've put them in every single window. I'll leave them linked down below. They're just really thick and natural and beautiful, timeless. You're never gonna have to swap these out. So they're really expensive, I suppose, but they're fully lined, and hopefully we'll never have to swap them out. And they do them in like really tall sizes. Also went for the linen curtains on a second rod, just so that we can like diffuse the light and have this just open and blowing in the breeze when we've opened onto the courtyard eventually. So that'll be nice. And then, I don't know if you can see that properly. Let me just move the chair out of the way, and then we can have a little goosey gander. But this is my thrifted coffee bar. You will have heard me mention this a few times. I was looking for like a Welsh kind of a dresser. So yeah, we've still got a little bit of a space up there, but it's really hard to find something, I noticed, that had the height, unfortunately, because the ceilings are so high in this house. Look at that beautiful ceiling. Sorry, I can't help it. It's just absolutely beautiful. And it never gets in the shot when I'm like filming down here. As you can see, it absolutely works wonderfully in that space. And yeah, that's something I'm now working on. So I've been collecting little bits and bobs that I want to style up this coffee table that I want to style up this coffee bar with. Guys, I bought this for 50 quid from a thrift store. I'm gonna pop in at the side of the screen here what this looked like when we first bought it for 50 quid in a charity shop. And it was like orange pine looking awful wood. So it was a labour of love, but this is what it's turned out like. I just love the arches. I've painted it in the Farrow slipper satin. You know I love that. We went for brass, a mixture actually of brass knobs for the doors. And I love that it's got the shiplap at the back. Just think that's a really, really nice feature. Ignore what I'm doing here. I will be changing this up and styling it, and we'll do that together, but this is what it looks like now. We went for a mixture of, like I said, brass knobs and vintage pulls. Remember we put these on the bedside tables upstairs and I absolutely loved them. So it makes it look a little bit more vintage now. So yeah, for the surface here, I just painted on the brie wax in dark oak and then let that dry in, and then with a wire brush, you know, a really hard wire brush, I went with the grain through like this, and then we got the perfect walnut shade. So yeah, that's my new technique, and now I've got the perfect technique. I'm going to do the dining room table in that as well, because this is not, I mean, it's clean, but this hasn't been done for quite some time, and I always have to redo my dining table, like re-wax it or repaint it, whatever I'm doing, because obviously you use the dining table quite a lot. But yeah, this is my coffee bar. Ash has just filled up the cookie jar. Guys, I am not into anything sweet at the moment, being pregnant in the second trimester. This section, I can't wait to collect bits and bobs and style it up. As you can see, we've got some teacups already. Remember them vintage teacups I picked up from Shein? I just thought they'd look absolutely lovely on here. I've got a little Le Creuset teapot up there for now. Also in these drawers, I plan to have all the teas, you know, the Earl Grey and all the flavoured teas, and probably like a little jar of vintage spoons. There's a little vintage pumpkin that's come out of storage. I've just been like trying to inspire myself and playing around. I also need some syrups for this coffee station, and also obviously the Pierre de Resistance. We're going to need a coffee machine, and it's really hard because I don't know anything about coffee machines. In fact, I've just watched a vlog of Molly May, and she was in her office and she showed this Smeg coffee machine. It's probably going to cost a fortune, isn't it? I need to find a coffee machine like that does really, really nice coffee. I'd love to do it from the bean, because you know what I'm like, anything from scratch. Just love anything from scratch. But yeah, this is the coffee bar. Oh, by the way, little Ralphie absolutely loves being behind them curtains down there. He just loves it, sitting in the sunshine. But yeah, that's my little coffee station. Isn't that cute? And it's right next to the breakfast table in the morning, so you can come down and get some breakfast and sit down, and it's just, I just love it. So yeah, we need to find some artwork and maybe style up the top of that coffee bar. I definitely need to style the coffee bar, so that's all to come. Also the fireplace, let me just explain what's going on here. It's super cozy. Now we're drifting into the lounge, kitchen lounge zone, and we're thinking of putting a TV, not too big, above the mantle here, just so we've got a little bit of a something going on in here. But I really want the framed TVs, you know, the ones that don't look like ugly TVs on the wall. It just looks like a piece of artwork just above that. So we're still thinking about this at the moment, this section, so that's still to come. But it's getting cozier and cozier, isn't it, by the day. This section, if I stand here in front of the fire, is just gorgeous. So if you watched my first trimester vlog, at the end we were going for our 12-week scan. Well, on that day, this is how I remember it, on that day Ash actually found this Chesterfield sofa. It's coming up quite grey on camera. It is actually a light grey beige colour, but I think it really works with everything else. And as you know, we were looking for a corner sofa. Well, I saw one at DFS for like over £1,000, but it was small enough and it fit in this little nook. Anyway, the next day Ash saw this on Gumtree, and it was located in Manchester for 400 quid. 400 quid. We actually got a love seat with it as well, included in the price. And it's just beautiful. Obviously, it's been cleaned by the person who was selling it. I think he actually cleans up sofas and sells them on. And it's just perfect. And we're not willing to spend over £1,000. We're going to have a child running around in here. That sounds so weird to say, but yeah, we're going to have a child running around in here. So we really didn't want to spend a fortune on something that's just going to get wrecked. Obviously, we'll look after it as much as possible. I mean, the cushions, they are not staying. Ash just put them on there. He's trying to be aesthetic for me, but I don't really like them there. I think I'm going to add cushions and throws. I've still to do that yet. Still to style up the area because, yeah, it still needs styling. Again, this coffee table, what a great find. What a lump of furniture this is. This would have cost a fortune new. Basically, we bought this from a charity shop as well in the summer when I wasn't filming. It was £35 and it was an awful orange wood colour, but I painted it again in the Farrow and Bowl at the bottom, slipper satin, gorgeous off-white shade. I obviously sanded it down first, but I used the Brie Wax dark oak, painted it on, let it dry, and then went in with the wire brush with the grain. And so it made that grainy look, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I always envisioned like the corner sofa here and a coffee table and the TV here, and just so it's like really multifunctional space. But I'm not too sure, especially when we're going to have like a pitter patter of tiny feet running through this house soon. How lucky is this child to have this house? Do you know what I mean? Like, I would have loved to have lived in a house like this when I was a tiny child. But yeah, I might put the coffee table in the snug. So if we go through to, you've seen the carpet stairs, haven't you? Yeah, you've seen this now. We put the carpets down. I did vlog that, didn't I, in a renovation video on the stair rods. Absolutely love that now. So that's all complete. So this room is still being worked on at the moment. There's so many sofas going on in here. So these are the crushed velvet sofas that are absolutely haunting me. But they're going, they're on the way out. Once we find something else. The radiator went in this room as well. So that's there. You can't see it. It's so pretty in here as well, that radiator. You can't see it because of the sofa. But we're looking for some sort of like long sofa. Let me see if I can stand back to show you. I'm looking for some sort of long sofa for that back wall. Probably style up the sides with 2 side tables, some lamps, some plants, something really, really pretty. Obviously find some artwork on the wall. And then if we walk and turn round, we're facing the mantle. So lovely. Our little picture's gone up now at the top. I don't think I showed you this, guys, but this is the painting we found in the range. It were about 15 quid or something, or 40 quid. I don't know what it were anyway. It was affordable. It's massive and it just fit this space above the fireplace perfectly. And with it being in the woodland with the stags, you know how much we love the woodlands and we live in the woods. The house is right on the woodland edge. And yeah, I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's up already. And then we've got the styling of the mantle I need to work on. But this will be the room for Christmas. Probably going to have, like, obviously that crushed velvet chair will be gone. Probably do a console table underneath the stairs here. I love now the view, if you can imagine. We arched. Let me go on a wide lens. I love now the view. So we arched this room off. And I love the fact that you can see the stairs. And the Christmas tree is going to go in here and it's going to be absolutely lovely. The only thing is in here, like I said, there's so much to do yet in here. So it's all just a bit of a mix and match. The TV unit is going. It's like a white gloss. That's old from the old house. In fact, that's 2 houses ago where we got the crushed velvet. We're definitely getting around to it now though. And then this big lump of a TV, absolutely hate it. Look at it. It's obnoxiously big. Where do you put that in here? It doesn't go, does it? Obviously, it's awful. Eventually, we'll swap it out. Downsize the TV, I'm thinking. And then on that back wall up there, have it as an art piece. And then have a lever where you can pull it out from the wall into the room if you want to watch TV. Otherwise, it will be flat against the wall with a frame around it, a smaller TV. And yeah, it looked like a piece of art rather than a big obnoxious thing in the middle of the room, because it just doesn't suit the house whatsoever at all. So we're still thrifting at the weekends, really enjoying that actually, and I will bring you along now we are back filming on the vlogs. So that's all to come, because we actually saw a grandfather clock My mother-in-law said it would look absolutely gorgeous there under the stairs against that back wall, and she's right, but it would look lovely in this room as well. So that cuddle chair will go because that's part of the crushed velvet set once we've found something else. And then here, guys, is the love seat we bought with the sofa, the Chesterfield that we found on Gumtree in the other room. It came with this massive, it's massive, like you can fit 3 people on this love seat, and doesn't it work just perfectly in the bay window. We've popped Jennings curtains as well in the bay window. You've got the woodland view at the back. This is just getting so autumnal in here. I can't wait to have this room done. Rugs are going to be last because I need to make sure that they anchor the furniture. So we need to get all furniture in situ before we choose any rugs. And then that'll just make it more homely as well. We've got the Jennings curtains up. They go to the floor, same curtains throughout. We found the bay window rod from Dunelm, which bends around into the bay window, which is beautiful. I need to steam these curtains actually, because they're still fresh out of the packet. They've not been up long. But yeah, that love seat, doesn't it just suit that space perfectly? I love that. And then I just love the fact that you've got all this space in the middle for the little one to just like run through the house and have it all open plan. It's just wonderful, isn't it? So that's all the updates downstairs for now. And I'm quite hungry now actually. Just waiting for hubby to come home for lunch. He's absolutely obsessed with me. He keeps coming home for lunch, like he just doesn't want to be away from me, which is just lovely at the moment because I just love having him around as well. And yeah, it's just looking so cozy, isn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna have some lunch with hubby and then we'll see where the day takes us.
Hey, you couldn't see it coming. You might have thought it, but you couldn't change it. Hey, it's not right or wrong. It's about trying, find the silver lining. Rain and fire, highs and lows, you name it. Cold and warmth, laughs and cries, you have it. The world goes by, and by the time it does, you missed it. You didn't see it, flew by. 'Cause time's not waiting for me or you.
So this is my little snack station, which I'm going to keep in the fridge. So I've just pre-cut all these up. I just wanted to show you guys this. It's absolutely plastic. You know I don't love plastic, but to store this in the fridge and have it as a table like centerpiece for all the little snacks, it's just really handy. I got this from Temu ages ago, you might remember, and I think they still do it. So if they still do it, I'll link it directly down below. It's like a vintage brown, so it doesn't look like it's plastic, and it's got this little gold. It's just really pretty, isn't it? Anyway, the lid comes off like this, and as you can see, I have pre-chopped all my favourite healthy snacks. And then in the middle here we have some sweet chili hummus for dips. And yeah, I do this because if I don't have any like snacks ready to go, I'll end up eating something that's not very good for me. And luckily, I am craving all of the good stuff, which is just music to my ears. My future self is just going to be like, well done, Suzy. I mean, I'm not saying that might not change, because it might. But at the moment, we're going to take it as a win. And I actually really fancy one of these right now. Yeah, we're just going to take it as a win that we're craving the good stuff. Oh my God, that's good. Oh, I've also got some wholemeal pita bread in the freezer. So I will warm those up in the oven as and when I want one as well to go with this kind of a platter, because it's just brilliant. I just love pita bread and hummus. It's just a gorgeous snack, isn't it?
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my...
I have a random ass Shein haul. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen a quick fire snippet of this haul, but I couldn't not share it with my YouTube audience because I know some of you aren't following me on Instagram, and you should be. Oh, honestly, I'm having such a cozy day today, and it is so needed. That's why I love the autumn winter. Isn't it just wonderful and cozy? And I just thrive in these times, not gonna lie. Anyway, we're here for a Shein haul. I'm gonna link everything you're seeing now in the description box down below, so make sure you go and check that out. I've taken away all the packaging because you guys know I do not like the crinkling of the packaging. It really annoys me. It annoys me. Anyway, so I have seen some inspiration for, you know, October decor, Halloween decor, I suppose, and I saw the floating hats. You've probably seen this as well. I'll leave an inspiration picture here, what I've seen, that I'm going to take inspiration from in the house to decorate for the October. So these are witches' hats, obviously. Anyway, they come as a set of 4, so I've got 3 more here. When you hang things from fishing wire, you can't see the wire, so it looks like they're floating. Just like the floating candles, you know, the Harry Potter Halloween floating candles. Same kind of situation, but you're gonna be floating witches' hats. I might be okay with 4. I might need some more. I'm not quite sure where they're gonna go yet, but we're gonna have some fun, aren't we, decorating this year, I'm sure. So yeah, that was my first random item of this haul. Next up is this glass dispenser. So I've got one of these already. You might have already seen it on the blogs. I have my olive oil in one of these, and I believe you can use them for like coffee syrups as well. I've seen people style up their coffee stations, the coffee bars, with these glass jars and have syrups in them. You can label them. I don't want any labels on mine, and then I can use them for anything. You know, I can switch it out if I want to because it's not labeled. But yeah, I've got an olive oil one, and then this is slightly smaller, which I'm not mad about, but what I wanted this one for is my vinegar. So I'm obsessed with having vinegar on everything, and I've been following for quite some time now. She's called the Glucose Goddess on Instagram, and oh, she's brilliant. She just explains things in such layman's terms, which is what I need sometimes. If you're anything like me, she explains things in such a simple way that it just, the information sticks with me. I've just spent 10 minutes trying to explain this Glucose Goddess and the way you're meant to eat your food, and I cannot for the life of me explain it as best as she does and as simple as she does, so I'm not even going to try. Just please follow along with her and watch the podcast. She actually did a podcast with Stephen Bartlett, this Diary of a CEO, and that is where I discovered her, and then I went on to follow her on Instagram. What's that got to do with this haul, Suzy? Well, she says that if you eat vinegar before, or dilute some vinegar in some water before you eat your meal, It's really helpful. Can't remember, can't explain it myself. She explains it much better than I. So I've been obsessed with vinegar basically before I eat my meals, and I just love the taste of vinegar, especially on chips. Like, oh, can't get enough of it. So the reason why I bought this was for the vinegar, because I don't want that on my tablescape, not gonna lie. I know that's really superficial and what's the word? You know, like, I don't know. You know what I'm like. It's all about the aesthetics. It's these little details that matter though, you know? So when you got a really pretty tablescape, you don't want like branded shit everywhere, you know? They open dead slow, if I can demonstrate. It opens really slowly and it drizzles rather than pours. And that's why I like this bottle. So I got one for my vinegar. It'll sit next to my olive oil down there on the kitchen island or the range cooker. I don't know what I was thinking, everybody. I should have read the description, but I've not been in my right mind just as of late. These, and there's quite a few, so I'm just going to get a few out because you can't see them properly, but they're all different kind of shapes and sizes. Some are round as well, but they look like vintage. I hope you can see it there. They look like vintage frames, which they are, however they're cardboard. So these are obviously for scrapbooking, but I did not buy them for scrapbooking. I actually thought they were real photo frames. It must have been the picture online that caused me to believe that. Should have read the description box. So this is a bit of a fail. However, like I said, I do love scrapbooking, and I'm sure that when the time comes for me to be scrapbooking, I can go in my craft box and get these out. I just love the colours of them. Aren't they pretty? So yeah, if you love scrapbooking as well, I don't know what else you would do that with. Oh, in fact, I did see somebody like with some vintage decor. I do follow a lot of other vintage decor people as well, and I saw someone do a really nice like gallery, photo gallery with real frames, but I suppose you could use these on their fridge. And it looked really good. I just don't like anything on my fridge, so I probably actually won't do that, but just a nice little idea for you guys. If you do love scrapbooking, etc., I will leave these linked down below with everything else. What else did we pick up? Oh, so I did remove the packaging, apart from these, because I need them to stay in the packaging. A massive bag of balloons. Yeah, it's not quite rose gold. It's not quite metallic, but it kind of is. Let me blow it up to show you. I just thought it's a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. And yeah, I just love buying my balloons from Shein, because where is the normal places we go for balloons? It's like the Card Factory where I live, and where else could you buy balloons? Home Bargains do balloons as well. They blow them up for you, etc. In fact, do they blow them up for you if you bought your own? These are helium safe, by the way. Just a thought. Anyway, they never seem to have like a pack of balloons that not that big as well. Like, you usually buy them in a pack of 6 or a pack of 12, don't you? I think there's about 50 or 100 in here. I can't quite remember. You'll have to click on the link down below, but there's a lot, and I just like to have them in. I just love a balloon display, and it's always someone's birthday, and it just makes it feel so much special, doesn't it? They have the best colours, they have various sizes, they have massive packs, and they're so cheap. And if we can find somewhere that will fill them up for us with helium, even better. So yeah, I had to get those. I actually bought these for Joelle's birthday in August, and they arrived after her birthday, so that's unfortunate. However, I'm just going to pop them in my craft box. There's all sorts of balloon colours in the craft box from previous like balloon displays that I've done. So I've got loads of different colours to choose from, and I'll just add these, they're so cheap, to that box for the next event, etc. Sorry guys, my husband just rang me, and he was on the phone for so long, and I had to re-watch this footage back to see where we was up to, because I forgot. And now the lighting's changed because it's gone really, really dull outside. We do have studio lighting down. I brought it down straight away this year because we're not playing around with the lighting this year, are we? So we're about half an hour later from my previous clip, and yeah, next up I have this gorgeous little phone case. So who remembers the Emily in Paris phone case? It was black. This cream bit here on the Emily in Paris one is black. And I used to have it for my previous phone. You might remember it if you're an OG subscriber. And I loved that phone case. I just think it's really cool. The fact that I'm filming on my phone as well and it looks like a camera. I just think it's really, really nice. I spotted this one. Isn't it beautiful? So it's like cream leather. And that's what it looks like this way. And even though it's chrome, I don't like chrome, it tones in really well. It's not like a harsh chrome. It tones in really well with the cream. It just looks lovely. It does have this little strap on it as well. So I suppose you could hang your phone like a little handbag, which I find very cute. However, I don't think I would personally use that, but it clips off, as you can see. It clips off. So I might take that off, but I wanted to show you guys it comes with that as well. And yeah, new phone case. So I'm really happy with that. Next up is this gorgeous cheesecloth. Guys, you know how obsessed I am with this stuff. It's so cheap. It's so romantic looking. It's all crinkly, but it's meant to be. And it just looks gorgeous draped over things. I like to use these as a centerpiece, especially for tablescapes. You can buy them in different lengths. This one's actually shorter than the cream one that I've got, but it still works for the dining table. And for the autumn, I wanted olive green. It's not quite olive green. It's not quite sage green. It's a little bit in between. So I'm not too sure about it. However, if I don't like it for the autumn, because it's not very autumnal, is it, this colour? I just associate the green with spring when everything's green, really. And obviously in the autumn, everything dies down apart from the evergreens, which I then associate with Christmas. Do you understand my thought train here? Anyway, olive green, however, and khaki green in particular, I do like that earthy, mossy look. And that's what I was hoping for with this. It's not quite the colour I was going for, but not to worry. Like I said, it's so cheap anyway. I can't get enough of these. I've got one in cream. I use it quite a lot for my tablescapes, and I'll just pop this in with the other decor ready for a change up probably in the spring. So yeah, love these. People buy these in like whites and creams for weddings because there's so much of it. It's so cheap and it just makes everything just look so much more luxurious and what's the word, romantic, and I love that. Okay, this one is for my beauty girlies. I bought a pack. Let me show you the pack. A pack like this, and it came with all these beauty essentials in that you're gonna just love. So it came with 3 of these face halos, and do you know what, guys, when you see the colors of all these things, the colors, it's just so aesthetically pleasing. I love these face halos. They're not actually face halos, they're a dupe of the face halos, but they're like little sponges. And these are just brilliant for taking off your makeup. I love using these, and you can just pop them in the wash afterwards. They last for ages. The other ones I've had in the past have been black, and they don't quite go with the bathroom aesthetic and, you know, the colours that I tend to like. However, these are just giving off the right vibes. They're all like coffee colours on all the creams, all the colours that we love over here. Neutrals, I suppose. It also comes with these little triangular sponges in this gorgeous coffee colour. How nice are they? So you guys know what these are, don't you? I love these, not only for skincare in the mornings, but also for concealer. So these are really good at like mattifying your under eye in the morning, and because of the corner you can get right in there like this. I just love these sponges. Cannot live without them in my daily routine. The ones I've got at the moment are black. Now they're washable again, so brilliant. I just pop them in the wash in one of those little Hessian bags to keep them all together because they're little and, you know, they'll just get lost in the laundry abyss. I do use beauty blenders, but I do prefer these, to be honest with you. But I will use all of these things. It also came with 3 tiny, teeny little beauty blenders. Let me show you the size of that. Like, wow. What is that for? Like, who is using that? That's definitely for the under eye, I assume, or the corner of the eye. I will definitely not be using these tiny ones, unfortunately, but it does come with those. And it also comes with these little pads as well, and they are so teeny weeny. You put your little finger in there like that, and I'm sure that these do the same thing as the sponges, like really good for the under eye. So yeah, the pack came with all of those things in, and I bought 2 of the packs. So I've ended up with 6 face halos, 6 of the sponges, 6 of the beauty blenders, and the little things as well. Fully stocked for the autumn and winter. And then finally, I've got some straws. So this was a pack of stainless steel straws, and they're in this brass colour. So you get 4 straight straws. You also get 4 of the bendy straws. And then you also get a straw cleaner as well, which obviously goes in here when you're cleaning them. And I just thought that they're beautiful. The straws I had before, I left in the old house and I missed them. And I prefer to drink out of a straw. I love my ice lattes. And I also love to drink water out of a straw because I just find I get more water in with the straw. Yeah, they're essential. Yeah, like I said, I left my glass straws in the last house, in the drawers, in the old kitchen, which is really unfortunate, and I've just not replaced them. These are gonna look gorgeous in my new kitchen, in the drawers in here, or I might just display them in a glass next to my coffee machine on the coffee bar. So yeah, I think I'll do that actually. I saw Laura Meacham. I've been watching Laura Meacham's vlogs, so wholesome. She's got a coffee machine and I need to know what that coffee machine is. I need a coffee machine, everybody. I don't know anything about coffee machines, but I know I want one for the coffee bar here downstairs in this kitchen lounge. And I can't wait to style this up with you guys. Anyway, my train of thought is leaving the station again. What was I saying? Yeah, Laura Meacham, she has this coffee bar in her kitchen. And I just love the setup of it. And she's got some of these straws in a glass next to the coffee machine. And I just thought it's beautiful. So yeah, I got the idea from her. And that, my friends, is the last of the items in this randomised haul. I will leave all of these things linked in the description box down below. Make sure you go and check that out. And so I think I shall clean up the mess I have made here as usual. And then I'm going to start prepping the dinner early, I think, today, because I'm just in that really cosy comfort food mood. You little darling. Look at his little, resting his little chin. What are you doing, Mummy? Are you comfortable up there? You like that little spot, don't you? You can see what's going on. Good morning. It's a few days later. It's a super autumnal day again today, like just rainy. I just love this weather, I'm sorry. I love it. And yeah, it's currently Sunday morning. And I just wanted to basically outro this video and apologise that it might be a little bit choppy, this one coming back in particularly. But hopefully the next few vlogs we're going to get our ish together and everything will get back on track in more real time, because obviously coming back we've had the news of the pregnancy and I've had a lot to catch you up on for the time that I were away for the summer. Thank you all for sticking around, for sticking with me. We will get back to our usual schedule and also all the autumnal things that I want to be doing, obviously, at this time of the year as per usual. So I hope you did get some autumnal vibes from this video, but it was a renovation blog update and I only managed to update you guys on downstairs. Excitingly, there's a lot going on upstairs as well. Yeah, I will do an upstairs update in the next renovation vlog. And also, we're thinking about that today. Like, are we calling these renovation vlogs now? Because we're kind of not building anymore. Yeah, I suppose we're still going to call them renovation vlogs because we do have a bit to do. We still have the outside courtyard to do. We've still got a porch to do outside here and then a back garden. Anyway, we'll work it out, won't we? My car broke. She died. Literally died. And I feel like, again, this is divine timing. We're going to need a new car anyway, and she's literally just died on us. She won't start. Like, you turn the key, nothing. So yeah, Ash has been trying to bump start her for a couple of days, and to get her going again, we'd like charge the battery and things like that, but she's on her way out and it's time, and God said, yep, it's definitely time to get a new car. And yeah, I don't know why I find it so sad when it's time to change cars. I know that's an exciting thing, like new car day, everyone's like new car day, but everyone's so quick to like throw out the old and not even mention it again. I get really attached to my cars, and I'm like this every time it's time to get a new one. I mean, like I said, I'm excited to get a new one, but I'm also really sad because I've had that girl for 8 years and she's just done me so well, and it's like goodbye. I feel like sentimental about it. And I think the reason why is like I was in my selfish era when I got that car. Joelle was at high school, she didn't need me anymore. I just finished university. Ash bought me the Audi TT like as a graduation present kind of thing, and you know, like she were a selfish car. She's a small sports car, you know, just for me. And yeah, she used to whip me about town and it was just brilliant. And I was in like my selfish years and getting my life back from being mum all that time. Anyway, so yeah, we had a good time together. It's a new dawn and it's a new day and it's a new life for me, and I am feeling good. We need a new car though. So we've been car hunting all weekend. I didn't bring you guys along because we've been all over the place. We don't have anything in mind. I would definitely want an SUV, obviously, because we've got a little family on the way. We've got a little one on the way, so I need to have a bigger car. And I also wanted a bigger car anyway, you know, without being pregnant. I was already saying like when it's time to change the car, I'm going for an SUV, something a little bit bigger, something that's going to suit my lifestyle now. We don't live in the town anymore, you know, like the Audi TT was great because she was like a little fast little whip around, and she just doesn't do well in the winter. She definitely doesn't do well in the rain and the country roads. We live up near the moors now, and an SUV, country style car, bigger, something that'll take us on road trips, something that'll take us you know, on holiday, and yeah, just something that's going to suit our lives now, because I'm a completely different person than I was 8 years ago when I got the TT. And yeah, so she's gone this weekend and it was just such a sad time. I want to get back into the Cosy videos. We're going to have to do that slowly because obviously I've no car at the moment until I get a new one. We're looking at a few. We've been looking this weekend. We spent the whole day yesterday and on Saturday looking at like different sizes of SUVs because I've never had one before, so we need to fit a pram in the back. It needs to tick a lot of boxes, so we're going to take our time. Like I said, we're living an unhurried life from now on. There is no rush, everything's happening in good timing. We've got to have faith. I'm sure I will fill you all in when we have landed on one. So that's what's been going on, and I wanted to finish up this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed the updates downstairs in the house. It's so cozy now. Like, I can't wait for all the nesting videos this autumn winter in the house. We've still got this coffee bar to style. I'm collecting things as we go along like I usually do, but I can't wait to do some shop with me's because I haven't been shopping for ages, and I was feeling a little bit guilty because I always do like autumnal shop with me's and little hauls around this time of year, but there's so many of them out there. I'm sure you know what's in the stores with everybody else's hauls. I don't need to be another one, do I, who's doing exactly the same thing. Anyway, I am waffling on. I'm going to leave the vlog here, you guys. Thanks for being here. If you're still here at the end of the video, leave me a heart hands emoji down in the comments. And obviously leave me a comment anyway because I love to chat with you guys down there. And I will see you in Tuesday's video. In fact, come and join me on Instagram because I will be popping a box on there either today, in fact probably today, for you guys to ask me some questions because we're doing a massive juicy Q&A. And you can ask me anything. It can be about renovations, it can be about the baby, it can be about anything. I've already got a bunch of questions so far, but yeah, I want to get all your questions in so that I can do a massive big Q&A, juicy. Come chat with me and we can sit down with a hot chocolate and just answer all of your questions. I can't wait for that. That'll be Tuesday's video next. And then, yeah, we're gonna get straight into the autumnal cozy content, you guys. So I will see you hopefully in Tuesday's video. Bye guys.